Are Meghan and Harry actually separating? They're appearing at separate events, as we've discussed, but now this term's being thrown around. Professional separation? Is there something brewing, or are we just running out of content? Welcome to Popcorn Palace. I am Andy Signor, back with Sue Smith for a trifecta. How you doing, Sue?
Doing fine, Andy.
We taped some fun videos so I could go out with my family this week, and hopefully they've been spread out and you've gotten them right. But look, I wanted to have this conversation. I was going to do this solo, but you were here, and I thought, let's do it together as a third part of our three-parter. Look, there's a lot of talk about this. When there's smoke, there's fire. In fact, I can reveal, I've revealed it, but I'll reveal it again. We are actually going to be releasing a special this month about a divorce of Meghan and Harry with exclusive guests. It's epic, guys. I'm really proud of it. It's a 3-part series that delves into all of the nooks and crannies of it all. So hit the subscribe, join us on Patreon, stay tuned, more announced soon. Hopefully a teaser dropped soon. But I can tell you more than I've told the channel, Sue. I know a lot about this topic. A lot about this stuff because I've been sitting on it. I've been editing it in post and talking to people, and we've been working on this for a while. Lawyers, barristers, everything, what would happen. Look, let's start with the fact, and I'm going to give all that to you soon, so stay tuned, but we've been working on it. I want to just start, though, with the first thought of, do you think they're actually getting divorced?
I don't know that they'll get divorced, but do I think they're living separately? Yes, I do. I honestly do.
Okay. And do you think it's over? Like, are they going to end publicly, or do you, because there's this term, right? This professional separation, like, as almost like, yeah, we're not together. Like, what does this even mean? I've been seeing a lot of headlines just trying to use this term and make it a thing, like make fetch happen. But honestly, I guess it kind of does make sense. They're doing a professional separation, meaning they're not appearing together as much. So they're doing separate appearances professionally. What do you think of that term, and do you think that's real?
Yeah, do you remember about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith?
Of course.
And come to find out, they've been professionally separated for what, 10 years? Nobody knew it. They went out together in public. People thought their marriage was fine. Come to find out, he's got somebody on the side. She's got somebody on the side. They haven't, I mean, their marriage is in name only. And I honestly think that's what's going on here. I think Harry got sick and tired of being, as he went from being William's spare to Harry's spare. Meghan takes over absolutely everything. And so I think he's had enough of her, especially with her constantly touching him and guiding him around and, making it look like he's some sort of an addled kid who doesn't know what he's doing. And I think he said, you know what, I'm going to go it on my own because we've let you take the lead, and look where that's gotten us. Yeah. So I feel like I think this is part of his PR to re-ingratiate himself to people, because people just people did like him. He was one of the most famous, not famous, he was one of the most highly ranked royals. People loved him. Now he's right at the bottom. And I think he feels like if he separates from Meghan, he'll go right back up to the top again.
But again, separates from her. Like, do you think there's a divorce incoming?
I don't know that they can afford to divorce. However, if he's going to do it, he better do it soon, because of the California law of 10 years, equal property. So if he's going to divorce her, he better do it before their 10-year anniversary.
Well, I think he'd still have a problem there because, common law, California sucks. And if it would go there, we delve into a lot of that for our documentary upcoming. So stay tuned. I can reveal more of that as we get in the nitty gritty of what could happen. But yeah, it's interesting because I agree with you of just like, do I believe that there's issues? It seems like it. Now they're appearing together in certain things. They just did we're having our holidays together. Like, she's putting on a good face, but it just, something feels off. Absolutely.
Something's wrong.
Could they be doing this though to try to re-up it? Because that's my next question of like, there are some days I don't have a video today. I don't have really anything to say today. And I don't want to just like force myself to go find something about these two. And it seems like I'm less interested, but there's just less to report on. Now, when something happens about them, that's like, oh yeah, great. And we look into it. I'm there. But are you starting to feel a little fatigue or just dry spell on this topic?
That's what it is. It's Sussex fatigue. We're also sick of them. And for me, I do, I do two separate videos. My second video is all about the royal family because nobody's covering the real working royals. So I cover, and not just the UK royals, that you have, I recently covered Martha Louise, the princess from Norway who married that HIV positive bisexual man recently. And I covered all of that. Now you've got, this other guy, or I don't know if that was Norway, but whatever. And then you have the other guy, the stepson of the king, who was just arrested for beating up and assaulting a woman. And I mean, so I do cover other royals. I've also started adding recipes in. People want my noodle kugel and my.
But your channel, Sue Smith, so it makes sense because it's things right. Sue Smith likes. I don't know what to do with Popcorn Palace some days because it's like. I don't follow them the other way. I mean, I guess we could start looking into royals and what the king's up to. I did one where the king met Denzel on the Gladiator red carpet. That was cute. I could look for more sort of royal moments. But then the problem is once I start criticizing any of them, the audience, it's like nobody wants it both ways.
No, I got to be honest. I don't think I've ever had to criticize them. Most of the stuff that people want to talk about is Camilla. And I feel like Camilla has paid her dues, but she's kept her head down. She's worked hard and she's gone from like one of the most hated to one of the most liked women. She obviously makes Charles happy. I do feel very bad for her. She just had to put one of her rescue dogs down. He had an inoperable tumor and he was deteriorating very quickly. And so they last week she had to put her rescue dog down. But there's always something to cover. Now for me, if I want to know what's going on with P. Diddy, I follow you. Yeah. I'm not going into the whole P. Diddy thing. It's too involved for me. Just like I didn't do the Amber Heard thing. I didn't do any of that.
We lean in to topics like that. And now it's like, I'm trying to do other stuff while we're doing Diddy, but then no one clicks and watches. And that's, it's an interesting debate, but specifically regarding royals, like I'm lucky to have a few platforms where I can sort of have different topics and there's always your lulls in each topic, but beyond just like, there are days where I'm just like, I don't want to keep talking about the Polo trailer. The more we talk about it, the more he gets another view. And there is a part of me that's like, he deserves none of our views. There are days where I realize, look, it's not that I don't believe in what I'm doing, but there are points like, is what we're doing and keeping them relevant. Do you know what I mean? And that's another topic I'm talking about. I've leaned in. I got 2 Harry and Meghan documentaries dropping when interest in them is at their lowest, Sue. So I am slightly worried, but I have confidence in like these projects. I think stand above and will give people who are looking for this type of content something finally to chew on, right? So I'm excited, and I think the audience should be as well. But do you get what I'm saying? That fatigue is real, is all I'm getting at. And I'm curious what you think, chat. What do you want? Do you want me to just grind and find something every day, no matter what? What other topics would make sense here on Palace that you'd like me to cover in times of slow points with Harry and Meghan, William and Catherine? Because again, there's not much to say about William and Catherine. It's usually a nice event. Here they are doing this. There's not much drama there. And so, Meghan and Harry do bring the drama, Sue, and that's what most people like to focus on. No, what is your advice?
There can be drama with Catherine in that there are people online who claim that every time she puts out a picture, it's photoshopped, or every time she puts out a video, it's not her, it's AI. And then people go ahead and they look at these videos through filters and determine that Catherine's video is not AI, but that recent video of Harry and Meghan that came out, they're claiming is AI. So there's always something going on with them. But I for one, always do a palette. I call it my palette cleanser. If you want to see the good works of working royals, then you'll want to see my second video. And I have to say, a lot of people comment that they live in the UK and they have no idea any of the stuff that's going on. They get their information from my channel because the UK media doesn't cover the working royals in the UK. Is that not the weirdest thing you've ever heard of?
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that either.
They don't cover them.
So they are interesting. If you guys want that coverage, let me know. Or there's other topics that would make sense on a royal channel, I'm all ears. I'm going to keep reporting on them when there's something to report on. But you may notice that I may take a day off from here and there just because there's not something that day that, is really that passionate to go on. And thankfully, Planet, that's why I wanted Planet to be its own beast. So when this, story is up and down, we have that to rely on and we'll still be here for you guys. And and honestly, the other problem I'm not here as often is these documentaries I'm working on have taken a lot of time and energy, and they're coming soon. I'm excited for them, so stay tuned, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to have that nice conversation to figure out, are we running out of content? Is this divorce talk partly maybe because she knows they're losing interest? What else is going to create interest? A celebrity divorce, a celebrity royal divorce could cause a lot of interest. So in some ways, Meghan while we earlier started, well, maybe she doesn't want to do that because she can't afford to. Maybe that's all she's got left at this point. So that's talked about in our doc. We got a lot more to focus on. You're not going to miss it. Make sure you support Sue Smith over on YouTube. You can follow her over there. Follow us as well. Hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell for all alerts. Smash the like button and let me know your thoughts. I appreciate you guys who are still watching. Stay tuned. You guys are amazing. We got a lot more coming for you. I promise you're not going to want to miss it.